Hello, OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn coming at you with a new weekly video. And we are going to be strictly working in the laundry room today. This is a room that I often neglect. And, you know, for the whole year now, I've been doing decluttering, and so I figured, you know what, I'm going to tackle this room. It needs to be decluttered, and it needs a really, really good cleaning. If you are new and you just found my channel, I am so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new right down in the comment section? I would love to welcome you to the channel and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you and would love to say hello to you too if you want to drop me a hi in the comments. I know there are things that I'm going to be getting rid of in this laundry room, hence where the decluttering is coming in. But decluttering for me also is if things are in a space and they don't belong in the space, getting them into the space that they actually belong in. And this is the door that we come in. It's right off the garage. And a lot of things just get set in here that should not be in here. So I've got this table right next to my washer and dryer that's just jam-packed with stuff. I don't even know. I didn't even know what half of this stuff was. And as I'm pulling all these clothes out, it looks like quite a bit of clothes that the girls had got. Grayson was getting rid of some of her clothes, and the girls always love it when Grayson gets rid of her old clothes because they love her clothes. And a bunch of it just got set over here, and it's probably been sitting here forever. So anyways, I'm going to have a pile of stuff to go through, and I'm going to go ahead and just clean this folding table off since I got it cleared off. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's absolutely fantastic to have this table here to fold your laundry. We'll probably never, ever use it for that, like never. I've said it before. My husband does 90 to 95% of our laundry. He always folds clothes while he's watching some sports on TV. So it just is what it is. All right, I'm going to do the daunting task of pulling the washer and dryer out because I know it is filthy behind here. I think this washer and dryer set is about 3 years old. And I haven't cleaned this area since the new washer and dryer came in. I'm certain it probably is not difficult unhooking everything, but this is a gas dryer. It is hooked up with a gas line. I'm not messing with it. So you can see how many times I'm checking just to make sure I had plenty of room. The gas line is very long. I'm not unplugging anything. I'm not doing anything like that. I just wanted to pull it out far enough so that I could clean because, oh boy, does it need it. Note to self, you need to do this more than once every 3 years, Jody. It is so dusty back here. Look at me just from pulling the dryer out. Need your help. Okay, thank you. Oh, do you want to say hello to the people? That's Donna Jean helping me with the vacuum. Because I'm trapped. I'm trapped in here now. All right, let's vacuum up. Donna Jean?
Yeah?
Can you look in the drawer in the trash cabinet? I think that's where I put the attachments for this. And I'm looking for, it's called a duster attachment. Please and thank you. And just look at me trying to squeeze in here and maneuver around the dryer vent and the gas valve. Oh my gosh, this was quite an experience. While I'm cleaning back here, I have got a lot of new subscribers this past week. because a very, very sweet lady gave me a shout out on her channel, Remi Clog. I've actually shouted her out on my channel. It's been, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. I found her videos a few months ago, and I absolutely adore her channel. She does lots of cleaning and decluttering, and she's just a joy to watch. So if you haven't watched any of her videos, definitely go check them out. I'll leave her latest video linked down in the description box. She decluttered her kitchen, all her drawers and everything. Oh my gosh, it was so fun to watch, and she did such an amazing job. Anyways, she shouted me out, which was, oh my gosh, just totally melted my heart. And a ton of her subscribers came over to check out my channel, which was so awesome. So if you came over from Remi's channel, welcome. So happy that you are here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, just so you kind of know what you're getting into if you decide that you want to stick around. I started this channel about 2 years ago. My house was a complete cluttered mess, and it took me about a year to declutter it. I will leave my decluttering playlist down in the description box if you want to go back and watch any old videos. And yes, I'm vacuuming my socks right now because there's so much dust back here. And one of Tom's kitty litter boxes is underneath this folding table. So kitty litter just gets everywhere. So anyways, you might see me vacuum my socks a couple of times. So anyways, on this channel, I do decluttering videos, cleaning videos. I do some room decorating. Now that I've cleared out a lot of the clutter in my house, I've had so much fun making over rooms and just changing things around. There I am, wiping my socks off again. It's so dusty back here. Oh my gosh. So anyways, those are the types of videos that you're going to find from me. Even though I did declutter my house, which took almost a year, I still have clutter. It's like a constant thing. So I've started the year off with doing lots of decluttering. I've been decluttering lots of spaces already. This is one space I wanted to tackle, and it needs a really good cleaning, as you can see. I am a mom to 3 daughters. My oldest daughter, Grayson, is 26. My middle daughter, Viviana, is 15. And my youngest daughter, Donna Jean, which you just saw a minute ago, is 13. Grayson is married, and she has 2 children. So I am a grandma to 2 beautiful little babies that I love so much. EJ, my grandson, just turned 3, and Violet turned 1 in September. And being a grandma is like the best thing ever. And I'm certain I would have fallen in love with Remi's videos regardless, but the fact that she has the most incredible English accent also drew me in. So if you are from England or British, you will often hear me, when I talk to my girls, I talk in an English accent because I love it. It's probably not a very good English accent, but I have fun doing it, and I know sometimes it really drives British people crazy when I do it, probably because it's so bad. But life is about having fun, and it brings me joy. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, right? It's my favorite accent of all time. So if you hear me talking in an English accent, now you know why. And hopefully that won't make you leave. But if it does, I totally understand. So there you go. That's a little bit about me. And again, I'm so happy that you are here. All right. So back to the cleaning. Because I kind of trapped myself back here, I just decided to do it the quickest way possible. And I'm just taking actually several microfiber cloths because it was so bad back here, and a multi-purpose cleaner. I like the one by Method, and I'm just cleaning everything. I cleaned the washing machine off, the dryer vent off. I'm cleaning the baseboards off with it. I'm cleaning the floor with it after I vacuumed everything up. But of course, it's still very dusty and dirty back here. I was actually surprised I didn't find more things. I feel like a lot of times things will, fall down and fall under. I only had like, I don't know, 4 little things, like a Kit Kat wrapper and probably one of my girls' I found an index card in here, so it probably came from school when they put their backpacks on the hooks I have on the wall. So I was surprised I didn't find more, but there was enough dust. So now I got to get behind the washing machine because it looks pretty bad too. I think I've been putting this off just because it's such a pain, because I don't have a lot of room in here to be moving the appliances in and out. But it really wasn't that bad. And like I said, I wasn't going to mess with unplugging anything. Again, I know it's probably not that difficult. I've got 3 different water hoses on the washing machine. I would have to shut the water off. I'm just not messing with any of it. I'm just going to maneuver around everything and get it as clean as I possibly can get it. And now that I've done it, I don't think I'll be as nervous to pull them out again. I thought I was going to need my husband's help, but I didn't. I did it all on my own. I did have Donna Jean's help bringing me things when I was trapped and couldn't get out without moving the whole appliance back in place. So hopefully I'll put this into somewhat of a normal rotation so it gets cleaned more often than once every 3 years. But as I said, I don't come in this room a lot. I'm very grateful that my husband does a lot of the laundry. He's a big help. We both have things that we do in the house to help run our household, which is awesome. And it's so funny to me how different we are. My husband is very much prefers things to be tidy, but he will overlook. Wait till you see how dusty the washer and dryer, just the tops of them are. He'll overlook that stuff all day long. Where if I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this needs to be cleaned. But he's way tidier than I am. So because he does most of the laundry, I just don't come in this room all that often. While I had the washer pulled out, I don't have a tub. This is what I have where my water drains in. I noticed how dirty that was as well. So I'm going to do the best I can to clean this. Would probably be a great idea to pull out my Bissell Steam Shot. Would really probably get into all the nooks and crannies here. I'm just not messing with that today. So I would love to hear what is going on in your life. Are you working on any projects in your house? What's been happening? Feel free to share it with me down in the comments section. I always love reading those comments. They inspire me. I love cheering you on whatever project you are working on in your house or your life. So definitely feel free to share it if you would like to. Behind the washer was definitely a little trickier because there's more hoses. You got the hot water, you got the cold water hose, and then you got the hose that pulls the water out of the washing machine into, whatever that's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't have a tub, a laundry room tub. I just have that little thing. So anyways, it was a little more challenging to get around this area, and thank you for your patience with, I'm sure, probably not all great angles, because I just didn't have a lot of room to put the camera to try to film. I tried to capture as much of what I was doing as I could, but I know there are lots of times where my body is just blocking the view because that was the only place I could put the camera to give you any sort of view at all. And in just a second, you're going to see me really, really thinking hard and contemplating how do I get around all of these hoses to get to a couple of other areas. And I kept thinking in my mind, Jody, you're not a gymnast. You can't go over the hoses. You can't go under the hoses. It's not going to work. Donna Jane. Can you help me? Can you clean this side of the washing machine and then see that spot right there on the floor too? Please and thank you. Lord.
Why'd you say Lord?
Because I just keep getting dust all over my socks. Even though I keep vacuuming it up, it just keeps accumulating. I was seriously contemplating, like, how am I going to do this? Can you go over the hoses? Can you go under the hoses? Finally, I was like, no, you can't do either, Jody. Just call for Donna Jane. Oh, that's so gross. Thank you, Donna Jane. All right, well, that was a big task, and it's done. And the areas behind the washing and dryer, the washing machine and the dryer, are clean, so much better, pretty much dust-free now, except for probably what I'm dropping all over the floor from my clothes. So I'm going to get these appliances put back into place, and we are going to move on and finish up this room. I think I used 4 or 5 microfiber cloths just for behind the washing machine and the dryer. Look at how dirty they are. And these are all front and back. Oh my goodness. Good thing I cleaned off this little folding table up here and put all the dirty rags up here. So let me go ahead and clean this again real quick. I know some of you are really good and this is in your cleaning rotation and you keep behind your washer and dryer clean, and I applaud you. If you do not, this is your sign. Look at, this is just from behind the washer and dryer that I picked up from the vacuum, and you saw the microfiber cloths, and now you're seeing my clothes are also full of dust. Go check behind it. I know nobody sees it. It's so easy to forget, but your machines truly do perform better when they are regularly cleaned. This is our shoe rack that we keep in the laundry room. It needs to be dusted off as well, so I'm going to take care of that. But I've talked about this before. We've been in this house for 12 years now. We've had to replace our washer 3 times and our dryer twice. I think appliances just do not last the way the old appliances used to last. So give them, they're expensive. Give them every opportunity to last as long as they possibly can. So hopefully now that I'm doing a better job than I used to in the past, even though it didn't look like it because I hadn't cleaned behind there in 3 years, I am doing a better job than I used to. So hopefully my appliances will last a little bit longer. I'm a little nervous, but I don't want to jinx myself because I told you the washer and dryer set are 3 years old. I hope they last another at least 3 years. All right, here's the pile that I pulled off the table. I had 2 blankets in there that I'm going to go ahead and donate to the Humane Society. They were brand new blankets that we bought. I should have taken them back, and then I just never did. But we washed them as soon as we got them, and they are shedding so bad. Like the whole washing machine was covered in fabric. They're getting fabric on everything. So I know the Humane Society will take them, and they don't care that they're shedding everywhere. My girls won't use them. I bought them for my girls because they fell in love with them, because they were around Halloween time. Anyways, I should have taken them back. I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and donate them. And I'm going to check with them on all the clothes. I got my bee suit here. I'm not getting rid of that baby. That thing saved me so much. If you were here for the backyard cleanup, I'll be going back out into the backyard when we hit warmer weather here in Michigan. And I may need my bee suit again. Hopefully we don't have any more yellow jacket nests, but you never know. All right, I did this closet, I think it was last week. I just switched some things around because this Keurig was in the laundry room closet and I want to move it into here because this closet in the laundry room is so small. It was such a pain to get it in and out. And I've got room in the front hall closet. We are not coffee drinkers. I just have the Keurig for whenever we have company and they want coffee, so it gets pulled out a few times a year. So I'm removing it from this closet, moving it to that closet, and then I'm going to pull out, I'm going to do some rearranging in this closet as well. That snow cone machine, my girls used twice maybe in a year. I'm donating that. And my husband's bowling ball that he hardly ever uses, I'm going to put in the basement. And you can see the closet is just about as dusty as behind the washer and dryer. It hasn't been 3 years since I've cleaned this out, but it just gets dusty. So it needs to be cleaned. I'm going to vacuum it. I'm going to clean it all up and then figure out how I want this closet to be. This is my cordless my cordless stick vacuum that I'm using in here. It just, the top comes off and you can put an attachment on it. It's my favorite cordless vacuum because it's freestanding. When I first bought my very first cordless vacuum, which has been over a year now, I got a Shark, which I love the Shark brand. But my Shark cordless vacuum is not freestanding. It still works great. It's just a pain when it won't stand up. And that's what you saw me pull out of this closet. I think I'm just going to take that down into the basement. So that way I have a vacuum down in the basement when I need to vacuum down there instead of having to lug the vacuum up and down for that. But in the meantime, I took it out of this closet. I found a couple of pairs of shoes up here, which did not belong up here. So I'm going to take those out. They're shoes that don't get worn often. So I have a space for those types of shoes underneath my bed. I have like a shoe holder that I keep underneath my bed for, shoes that we don't wear all that often, or right now, like flip-flops and things like that, you cannot wear in Michigan. There's snow all over the ground, so those are there. These coat hangers that I put up on the wall, maybe a year and a half ago now, are the best things ever. However, what ends up happening is my girls just put like 50 million coats on there instead of the coat they're using. So I'm going to move like their fall jackets that they can't wear right now because they need winter jackets into the closet. And then there'll be plenty of space for their winter coats they hang up when they come home from school, and they put their backpacks up here. And then the only thing I'm going to keep on the floor in this closet is the extra set of Tupperware things that I have. My winter boots, because those don't only get used a few. I have a boot mat somewhere that I need to find, and our slippers. And whenever I wear the bee suit, or like my sleeves for gardening or my gloves, if you were with me over the summer, but I have to gear up every time I go out to do yard work because we had a huge issue with poison ivy in our backyard. Hopefully it's not going to be as bad this coming spring, but I'm also going to keep my bee suit in here because I come right in the house. I take all my stuff off. I throw it right in the washing machine. So anyways, those are staying here, and I was so happy the bee suit fit right up there. And I have to figure out how to get these plastic tubes in the hood of the bee suit because they came out from me washing them. In the meantime, I'm going to keep them until I can figure out how to load them back in there so the hood stays up better. And the last thing I'm going to put up in this closet, I've got like this little thing with spatulas and big spoons for in the kitchen. I don't need it in my kitchen right now. I don't want to put it on my counter, but I have it in case I need an extra one, so I'm just going to store it up there. All right, now we're going to get to the shelf up here because everything up here is dusty as well. So I got to get everything dusted off. I'm going to remove this shelving unit, and I'm sure the shelf itself is also probably very dusty. And boy, looks can be deceiving because when I looked at this shelf at first, it looks clean, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not clean. Look at the layer of dust that was up here. Again, it hasn't been 3 years since I've cleaned this area, but I don't clean it regularly, so it was very dusty. And just my reminder that I give in every single video, this project happened over multiple days, I think 3 days, and multiple times during the day, because I'm busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. I just cannot dedicate 3 hours to cleaning one room, so I worked for 15 minutes, and then I was done. I came back, worked for 20 minutes, and then I was done. That's just the way that works best for me. I probably should have done the shelf first, because I'm sure I just dropped some dust behind the washer and dryer that I cleaned the other night. Oh well, I know. Dust from top to bottom. It's the best thing, I know. But sometimes I forget. And, you know, it gets cleaned regardless. So there you go. Just to give you an update on this closet, since I just did it last week, I put the Keurig up there, took the bag down and hung it up and added a couple more coats that we'll use in like the fall time. We swap the coats to the different closets based on the time of year, so they're easy access. And now I have 3 vacuums, OMG, in here. I'll probably move that one down to the basement, or one of my cordless ones down to the basement, so that way I don't have to lug it up and down the stairs when I need to vacuum the basement carpet. So there's the update on this closet. And this is the closet in the laundry room. I don't have a lot of room, so I'm sorry it's not the greatest angle, but this is what that closet looked like. The Keurig was on that shelf, but I did remove it, and we're gonna take a look at what it looks like now. And now this closet in the laundry room, cleared some stuff out of here that I'm gonna donate. There are some coats up there, and then the Keurig is not in this one anymore because it just barely fit and it was a pain in the butt to get down. So that is this closet now. On my way to go, leaving right now to go get the girls from school. It's not a lot, but it's 2 bulky items. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop those off for donation right now and get them out of my house. All right, it is time to get the rest of this room cleaned up. Again, this is where we come in. The door that we come in is right here. We are often putting shoes in this room, so it gets a lot of dirt accumulates in here. The rug I have at the back door does help stop some of it, but plus it's wintertime, so we're often coming in with wet shoes, so everything needs to be vacuumed and washed down. And I gotta try to remember where I put that boot tray because usually I keep it in this room specifically for the wet shoes. It helps save the floor a little, but I just can't. I gotta think about where I put it and find it. It might be in the garage. I'll have to look in the garage. So as far as decluttering goes, all of the clothes we are keeping that I found on the table, except for 2 items I think the girls didn't want. But the rest of them, they were like, oh, those are those pants that Grayson gave us. They didn't even remember that they had them. So anyways, those are now put in their rooms instead of in the laundry room. I had a big, huge, like, plastic tub that my mom had brought over a few months ago. She brought some food over, I think. So I texted her to see if she wanted that tub because I don't want it. She said no, so I put it in the recycling bin. I already got rid of that big plastic. It was like a dog food holder. I used to use that for Gus's food before we lost Gus. And because of the food I feed Clark, I don't need it for Clark. So anyways, I got rid of that, and I got rid of the snow cone machine. So far, I already dropped those off for donation. And then I'm going to show you in a little bit the couple of other things that I'm getting rid of. So it feels good to get things out of the house that we're not going to use. But a lot of this in here was just putting the things where they needed to go instead of in the laundry room. I'm not going to be cleaning inside the appliances because I'm actually using the washer right now. But there were some scuff marks on the wall, specifically over here by where I keep the shoes, which totally makes sense. So I just got my multi-purpose cleaner again. If this didn't take all of the marks off, Then I was just going to pull out a magic eraser. I love the magic eraser, but this got all of the marks off. I was super impressed. It did a really great job, and I had minimal scrubbing to do. It's crazy to me just how much cleaner a room looks when you get rid of those little scuff marks on the wall. I hope this video inspires you to tackle a space in your house maybe that's been bothering you. This laundry room has been bothering me, and I knew it needed to be done really badly. So I'm glad I tackled it, got it all decluttered, and I'm getting it all deep cleaned. Of course, the doors and all of the woodwork were covered in dust, just like the rest of the room was. And then I decided to clean off the light switch as well while I was over here. And I left this part not sped up because I kept accidentally shutting off the light. And then I looked down and saw this. It must be where we kick our shoes off, and that just looks terrible down there with all the marks, but look at that. It just wiped right away with the cleaner. So easy. I bought one of those big wall scrubbing tools, to clean your walls with to make it super easy. I haven't used it yet. Let me know if you have used that and if you love it, if it just makes it super easy. I don't know how this mark got up here so high, but we're going to get this one off too. This room is almost finished. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate you. I'm going to give the floor a good mop. It needed it very badly. I put up a community post this weekend. Just want to say thank you so much for all of the lovely comments you guys left. Viviana had a school dance. She just went with some friends, but she got all dressed up, and I ended up getting a picture of all three of my girls together, so I posted that, and you guys just left the sweetest comments. I haven't decided what I'm going to tackle next week yet. I've been in total decluttering mode, but I'm also getting tired of decluttering. It feels so good once it's done, and a space just looks so much better, and to get rid of items that you're not using anyways, it's so freeing. But I also need to do a lot of deep cleaning because, once spring and summer hits, I'm going to be outside a lot. So I don't know I don't have a plan yet for my project for next week. So I guess we'll both be surprised. The last thing I wanted to do in this laundry room is I have a basket that's been broken forever, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I've been wanting so badly foldable laundry baskets. I have this little one. I thought it was bigger. I ordered it by mistake. I thought it was a bigger one. Anyways, I ordered 2 bigger ones, and I was so excited to get them. I ordered them from Amazon, and you know what? I'm not even going to link them. Normally, I'll link something just in case somebody's interested. I'm not even going to link them. They're nice laundry baskets. It took me forever to figure out how to get the dang things folded down. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you really got to put a lot of force on these things to get them down. And I watch videos and people just fold them down with the pressure of your fingertip. No, that is not how they go down. And the whole reason I wanted these was just because they take up less space. But for as long as it took me, I finally figured it out. Probably if I do it a few times, it'll be quicker. But by the time I put these back up, I'm not ever going to want to put them back down again. And they're more expensive than just a regular laundry basket because of this functionality of them. So I don't even know that this is something I would recommend. I kind of regret buying them now. I should have just bought a regular non-foldable laundry basket to replace the broken one. Anyways, I'm going to keep the one that's not broken in the basement. Maybe we'll just start using that one again instead, and I'll get rid of these. I don't know. But anyways, if we don't need the third laundry basket, I'll just donate it. So that's my 2 cents on the foldable laundry baskets. I was quite frustrated with them. Anyways, I got them folded down. So I'm done. And I tried to fold this one down and I couldn't get this one down either. I'm donating this small one for sure because it's just too little and I don't need it. Thank you again so much for spending some time with me today. I hope maybe I was keeping you company while you were working on a project, or it just gave you some inspiration to work on something in your house. So this is the second pile of donations, both of the blankets, the basket I don't want, and a bowling towel and a cardigan my girls do not want. Let's take a look at some before and afters. I didn't get any afters of behind the washer and dryer, but you saw I cleaned it. You can see how dust covered the appliances were. So we got all of those cleaned off. And this is what the room looked like before I got in here to declutter it and to clean it out and just move some things around. And now it's been all cleaned and cleared out. It looks so much better. I moved a ton of the coats that were hanging up that weren't being used in this season into the closet. So that area doesn't look as bulky. It just has both my girls' winter coats and their backpacks, and a couple of dirty microfiber cloths that need to be washed, but everything else, oh, it feels so much better in here. Here's the view from before, and you're gonna see the after view in 1 second. Thank you again. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you so much, and I'm gonna see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye.